And now, House of Horrors. Now that the other ninjas have won their games, it is up to Jay and Nya to win the final and most terrifying game. Will their individual successes bring the ninja closer to their goal, or will it be game over for the elemental masters? Hey Nya, Jay said, remind me why you picked the haunted house? We picked the game, remember? The water ninja answered. The two ninja had entered the mini game and were standing in front of an old house with boarded up windows. Dark clouds hung above and bats circled the spikes of the pointed roof. Come on, Nya laughed. We just have to walk through the house and out the back door. It's a piece of cake. Jay shook his head. This is not a piece of cake, he said. I like cake. Cake is delicious. This is not cake. This is spooky. On the word spooky, lightning flashed overhead. See, Jay said, pointing at the lightning. The ninja walked up the old steps to the front door and pushed it open. The door let out a loud creak as Jay and Nya entered the house. Inside, they saw a grand entranceway with a large staircase in the center and burning candles on either side. Cobwebs covered the walls. Yikes, Jay said. Wait, is the lightning ninja afraid of a haunted house? Nya said with a laugh. Come on, I'll go first, chicken. I'm not chicken, Jay said, following Nya. I'm just cautious. Let's just breeze through the bottom floor and get out, Nya said. Suddenly, all the open doors in all the hallways closed shut with a loud, simultaneous slam. I don't think they want us here, Jay said, whoever they are. Then I guess we take the stairs, Nya said. Maybe there's a way out up there. Nya started up the stairs as Jay followed. A moment later, he felt an icy hand grab his shoulder. Jay turned around slowly to look at the pale hand resting on his shoulder. It belonged to an elegantly dressed man in a black suit and cape, with dark, slick-back hair, glowing red eyes, and creepy fangs. You're a vampire, right? Jay gulped. Indeed, the vampire said. Welcome to my house. Be my guest. Forever. The vampire lunged at Jay. He was going to bite the ninja. Jay ducked. He kicked out a leg, swiping at the vampire and knocking him down the stairs. Nya, run! Jay yelled as the vampire quickly got to his feet, shaking cobwebs from his cape. The ninja ran down the hall, leaping over gaps in the rotting floorboards until they came to a door at the end. You cannot escape, the vampire snarled at the ninja. Open it, Jay said. The vampire's almost here. What do you think I'm doing? Nya shot back as she opened the door. The ninja pushed into the room, slamming the door closed. Jay whirled around and was stunned at the sight of a real desert and a life-sized pyramid. But more troubling was the army of mummies lumbering towards them. There must have been 100. Wrapped in bandages, the monsters shuffled closer. Savage-looking scorpions emerged from the sand and followed, claws snapping. There's got to be a way out of here, Nya said, swiping away the scorpions. Yeah, the door, Jay replied. And there's a vampire behind it. Remember? Whoosh! A mummy threw a punch at Jay, but the ninja ducked, grabbing some loose wrappings that dangled from the creature. With a yank, Jay pulled, spinning the mummy around. The wrappings unraveled, leaving nothing but dust and sand. Not so scary now, are you? Jay said. Keep fighting, Nya shouted. The ninja kicked mummies, pulled on wrappings, and dodged scorpion stings. Nya, look, Jay hollered. A door had opened in the pyramid. Go for it, Nya exclaimed. The ninja sprinted for the door as the mummies and scorpions followed. Leaping inside, they were surprised to find themselves back in the hallway. Slowly, the hallway began to rotate, and Jay and Nya fell onto a wall that had become the floor. You should never have come here, a haunting voice shrieked loudly. You will be trapped here forever. The hallway started to rotate again, and now the ninja were sitting on the ceiling. With me, the voice finished with a terrible laugh. He must be trolling this house, Jay said. Well, you're doing a terrible job, because we're going to win this game. Are you? The voice said. Let's see how you fare against these horrors. Suddenly, the doors on either side of the upside-down hallway opened, releasing a horde of ghoulish monsters. There were zombies and swamp creatures, a Frankenstein's monster, and ghosts, and werewolves and witches. Then the hallway began to rotate once more, but this time it didn't stop. It was constantly turning. The ninja ran headlong into the charging monsters. They jumped from the ceiling to the wall to the floor, trying to avoid tricky cracks and holes, while also dodging a Frankenstein's monster's grasp, a swamp creature's claws, and a werewolf's fangs. The big green fist of a Frankenstein's monster almost hit Jay, but he slid right under the punch. One by one, the monsters fell, until the ninja had reached a door at the end of the hallway. They opened it and stepped back in horror. "Hello again," the vampire sneered. "Did you miss me? It was rather rude of you to slam the door on me before. Now, prepare to meet your doom." The vampire swiped a claw at Jay, but Nya swatted the monster's hand away. "Arg!" the vampire snarled. "I'll get you yet." There was another poof of gray mist, and the vampire disappeared. But in his place was a large, sinister bat. "I know what to do with this guy," Jay said. Grabbing the bat, he hurled the creature into one of the holes in the floor, then grabbed Nya's hand, and they both rushed to the door. Before the bat could fly out of the hole, the ninja escaped through the door and quickly slammed it without looking back. Nya and Jay fell against some tall weeds and raggedy bushes outside the old house. They watched in surprise as the house shuddered for a moment, then began to collapse into itself. The ground rumbled, and so there was nothing left of the haunted house. "Phew, it's over, right?" Jay sighed. "I think I've had enough games for a while." "No time to rest yet," Nya said. "Let's get our credits and get out of here. We may have survived our game, but we have to make sure the others are all right." "Of course they're all right," Jay said with a smile. "We're ninjas. We're masters of the elemental powers, and we always come out on top." The end.